racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no.
Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. We're in the first quarter of play, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. First down, Brissett. Got a man open, that's Harry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Brissett. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Brissett's pass complete to Randall Cobb. Touchdown, New England.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll set up a throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Brissett now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's White, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, Brissett. It's complete. James White. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
We got this.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Back to throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the drive with a give to White. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. On second down now, it's Logan. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is Logan. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On second down, it's White. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a lot.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the hitting, he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's get off the field, G.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Here's Brissett.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Give them 32 on the play.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happened. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Catch is made by Harry. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In our game is Jacoby Brissett, who's led the way on offense in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at its 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Rolling to his right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear. I think we can safely say that those types of plays, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Matt Hawk now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with White. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Brissett off the play fake to White. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
a dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a quick hitter with a fullback Arma. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. On the draw, here's White. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because...
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
A quick throw here out to Cobb. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to him on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Logan. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run with Logan. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
What we got?
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 1st down, here's White. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? And it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Dolphins on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go option to the short side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like the blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 2nd and 11. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So that one, a 13-play drive in total, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
That goes for a gain of 31. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This from long, very long range. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. Got a man open, that's Harry. 23 yards the pickup there. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear?
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throw left side, complete to Harry. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Six-man. Right there. 54, right there.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the ball is knocked out.
Let's go.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
After review of the play.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. They'll try and sneak it here. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down. It's Logan, and that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. And now out come the Patriots. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Gotta be careful though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's White. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Ready? Check,
now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.